What is going on YouTube? This is your boy Sagar and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're looking at comedians on Indians. This was a compilation that was posted almost a year ago and it has over 1.4 million views. So we're going to check that out. If you like the video guys, make sure you take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you want to check out the original video or the link to our mental health community on Instagram, the link will be in the description down below. And with all of that out of the way, let's get started.
I'm not worried about Islamic suicide bombers. They can only do it once. A Hindu suicide bomber, that is more of a threat.
We're starting off with that, really.
You gotta be easy
We're really
with women,
starting
man. You
off
gotta,
with that.
you know, because black people, you know, we got game naturally. Brothers, we know how to talk to them. You know, we know how to just say that shit. Sometimes them African dudes, they don't know what to say. They just so angry. What do you call yourself? What is your name? You talk to me. You see I'm talking to you in the front row. You don't want to talk to me? Fuck you. Get up. And your ass be laid up. I think that's some cool shit to ask. I tell you what ain't sexy is that Indian shit. I'm sorry to any Indian people. You know them motherfuckers at 7-Eleven? That is not sexy shit. I don't give a fuck. Ladies, you do not want that on top of you on a Saturday night. I'm going to give it to you. I know you want it, you dirty bitch. I know you want it.
Okay, so I know this is for comedic effect, of course, and I know that, but I hope I don't sound like that. That's wow.
I'm going to give you my Pakistani beef, you mother bucket. Say my name, say Punjab. It's not.
Wow.
God damn, handsome ass Indian, look at you. Are you Indian or Pakistani? Indian? Yeah. Relax, there's fucking 2 billion of you. You don't have to get that. Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, what are you? No shit, motherfucker. I'm saying, what's the background? Why y'all take so long for this shit? From Bombay.
How does that?
You're just naming more shit that you know doesn't.
Yeah, how does that
What's
tell
their
your
religious
religious
background?
affiliation?
They're not religious either? What about
That's
their
not
parents?
possible. Not possible.
You don't know them? You know I know you're lying, right? You know I know you're lying right now.
Absolutely.
None of us ever met a non-religious Indian parent in our life.
Absolutely.
None of us ever met a non-religious Indian parent non-religious? That's what he got to say because his girl ain't Indian. That's why.
Well, that's wow.
They weren't feeling that shit, were they? What's your back? You're Asian, right, miss? What type of Asian? You're Taiwanese? That's a good one. No, that's a good one. That's like China 2.0. Right? Because Taiwanese, right? I'm getting that right. Taiwanese were like,
really
fuck it, we out.
They're really good people.
And then they were like, Japan's too far. Let's just stop right here. This island's good. We're not going all the way. You're like those Indians that made it to like Trinidad.
Wow.
You know, the Indians are like, we're going to America. And then the first island, they're like, fuck it, pull over. This is far enough.
Wow.
I'm ready. They were so close, bro. Now they out there in the Caribbean thunderclapping. They went from...
Oh, wow. That's just...
What about you, other Indian? I don't even know if you're Indian. I assume you're Indian. All right. What type of Indian? Punjabi? Are you Sikh? You're Sikh. That's what's up, man.
Nice.
Fuck with Sikhs, man. Those are the dudes that wear the turban and shit. And they got that bracelet, that little silver bracelet. That's a badass bracelet. No, for real. Because back in the day, that used to be a sheath that would protect them from swords. Because the Sikh...
Okay, so kind of, yes, that was part of it. That did serve as one, but it's also a part of we have 5 basic things that each of us need to carry throughout our lives, including this full hair and the 3 more. I'll not get into much of it, but yeah, that's part of it.
Sort of warrior class of people in India. And then over the years, you know, the meaning has changed. Now it's used to rest on the steering wheel of an Uber, but...
Wow. That hurts. Wow.
Son.
That hurts.
They got that bracelet locked on that steering wheel and all. They ain't never crashing, dude. Never crashing. Wow. You let Vishnu take the wheel, dog.
Yeah, that's Hindu.
Nah, that's Hindu, ain't it? That's Hindu.
See, I wasn't trying to ruin the joke. I did try to explain it midway because I did think I'll forget it later. But wow, did that hit close to home. I guess he has a fair point there to some extent, but wow.
I get that right at least? I got that one. Crazy, man. You got that one? Perfect. Were your parents okay with you dating a black guy? They were surprisingly okay with it? Man, your sister must be a doctor. You got a younger brother. And he's doing everything right. I love fucking, that's what's up. That's that brown parents shit. Brown parents don't give a fuck about the daughter, bro.
That's not true.
Daughter is
That's
meaningless,
not
yo. It's just taking up
That's
food
not
that the
true.
son could be eating.
Not true at all.
Beta, don't eat all the chicken. Your brother needs some chicken, Beta, please. He's a growing boy. He needs it for his brain. You clearly don't need it because you're dating black guys.
Look at all these Indian faces. Jesus Christ.
Hey, Russell Peters, let's go.
Look at you brown bastards. God damn. Indians just look upset that they have to
Hey.
spend money to be here tonight, don't you? That's the look on their face. Just,
I've seen this special years ago.
this is bullshit.
That accent.
I don't
wow.
know why I'm spending money to see someone that looks just like me. I can stay home and look in the mirror for free. We are an endless supply of cheap jokes. And you know what the best thing about it is? Indian people, we're proud of our cheapness. You're never going to insult us by calling us cheap. That's the best part, you know.
Look at this. Look
You
at
walk
the
up to an Indian, you
cheering.
guys are cheap. Thank you for noticing. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. That guy just called you cheap. No. He pronounced it cheap, but what he was saying was smart. Very smart.
Economical.
he was saying.
Yeah, economical.
We're cheap. Here's the thing, too. It's not like I'm up here going, you Indian people are cheap, and I'm the one that's not. No. No. I'm just as fucking cheap as you.
No.
The difference is now I have money. I'm just cheap in
Fair.
better stores.
Fair.
I'll be looking at like an Armani shirt. I hate when this happens. I'm looking at a shirt from like a high-end designer, and I flip the tag over, and I see made in India. I'm stuck with a real dilemma. I'm like, shit. Do I buy this? Or do I call my uncle?
Wow. Fact.
I wonder if he knows where this factory is.
See, I was gonna say.
Now you are.
To be fair, you can find a lot of factory outlets here. So yeah.
Performing where I don't English isn't the first language by a stretch. What are some of the places around the world now that you've been to in the last year?
I've been everywhere from like Helsinki, Finland to Mumbai, India.
Wow, he's been to
was,
Mumbai.
Yeah.
And so an idiot thinks, oh, so all the tourists that are in town in Mumbai, You're
You know
like
what's funny? It's the joke I forgot to do when I wanted, because they're all fucking telemarketers, half of them over there talking to us. And it's the joke I forgot to do because it was the last stop on the tour. I wanted to say, I was going to open with that. Like, I probably talked to half of you fuckers already.
Wow.
By the way, I know your name isn't
Wow.
Cliff. But I got to tell you, Matt, that I had so much fun in India.
how? Describe, please.
Because they're fucking hilarious people. They're ball breakers, and they're just like, I called this podcast, and stand-up is new over there. Like, they're in, like, their Lenny Bruce years. Like, people get in trouble and
that's
shit.
true.
So I called in this
That's
podcast.
true.
I was, like, in Australia, and I called this podcast to hype the show, and the guys were all comedians, and they were going like, yeah, when you come here, you should talk about this. You should talk about politics. And maybe. And they just kept going down that road. Then I'm like, wait a minute, do you guys talk about this shit? And they start laughing. And I go, you guys are going to get me fucking
don't.
arrested. And they died laughing like they were just setting me up. Like, it's not like you would literally get arrested, but it's like you could get in trouble. Or like, you'd have to basically, like, Singapore I was worried about because I was like, that kid got caned all those years ago. And I was sitting there worrying about that. And they don't want you to talk about religion. They don't want you to talk about all this shit. But like, if you just come there,
Right.
and you just do your spot and then leave, that's not going to happen. But if you set up shop there and every week, they'd have to be getting complaint after complaint after complaint after complaint. And then finally, it's like a jerk off job. Some guy finally comes down there. It's like, hey, can you knock it off? Can you just stop it so we don't have to beat the shit out of you? And you're like, all right. So it's not as bad.
All right, so that was the video, guys. I don't know what to say. I have no words, to be honest. I disagreed with the one that in the beginning about Indian accent not being sexy, about the whole I hope I don't sound like that, so that's one thing. And the other thing I wanted to mention, guys, I really like Bill Burr. I actually didn't know that he's been to India. That was actually pretty interesting to hear, and I do want to check out if he did any shows that we may have any videos for, or I wonder if he's done like just previous past sets. I'm not sure, but I am a huge fan of Bill Burr, so that's one thing. But guys, if there are any other videos you want me to check out, make sure you leave them in the comments below. And remember, if you like the video, take a moment to hit the like button. I'll see you in the next one.